Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your Daily Dose. Today is going to be a awesome video. We have so many events to cover, and of course, arms race has ended. We haven't spent anything, so we're going to be doing that. We're going to be making some progress. Make sure you grab your free dailies. And you got your dice packages over here. I would argue that, in terms of best value, it's always going to be the dollar package. And if you do have some vouchers that you get through the GT Arcade website, pretty much on every purchase, you get like a free 99 cents voucher. It does make it a little bit more incentivized than using Google Play or iPay. Or Apple Pay. Sorry, I don't have an iPhone, so it's Apple Pay, iPay. Make sure you do this one though, because I think you get like 50 shards. You get like 50 shards, which isn't too bad. So I think I might need to pull some of these things out, and we'll do that as well as we talk. So we do have transformation event, and I mean we all know that it's a bit of a gotcha, but it's not a bad gotcha. We're going to be checking that out in a second. Where is that silly chest? It's always, is it a red chest? I believe it's a red chest. Noob moment. Where is that stupid chest? I swear, I might be. Maybe I'm looking at it. Maybe I am looking at it. I'm not looking at it. Oh, it's not a red chest. I'm like, surely it's not a legendary chest because there's nothing legendary about it. It's just rubbish. All right, actually, we need to get more out. We need to get 40. Let's grab 40 more. And if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm just grabbing the premium recruitment stuff. So we go over here. We are going to go into. Where's my faction? We are going to go into Shu. We've been pulling in Shu lately, mainly because I'm already working on Wei, so I'm pretty good with that. I don't need any of these red things, but they are kind of valuable though. So make sure that you ooh, did we actually pull Liu Bei? Nice. Actually got the 1%er. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I would have liked Guan Yu, but that's all right. We'll take Liu Bei. One more for the road. Wei Yan, welcome to the party. That's pretty cool though. I haven't pulled one of those ones yet, so there you go. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh, we can level you up. Okay, be rude not to. Come on. Suspicious occasion. Liu Bei has in fact been leveled up. Get that index score, get that juiciness. Make sure you sell your stuff and start doing your re-rolls. I've been re-rolling for a little while now, trying to get some of these legendaries just so I can finish off some of the index scores. So I feel like that's pretty good. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it is going to be soul shops. And of course, if it would be very nice, you will get these shards. Of course, you can get these shards in pretty much every other shop now for like lesser versions of currencies, but it does add to the spice, adds to the flavor, like I always say. Not once, never in my life have I ever said that. Shut up, PB. All right, moving on. You want to do that thingy, you want to grab these. It is free stuff, and like you might get lucky. You might get lucky. I don't really need you, so we're going to use some silver to grab you. Arms race is finished. Make sure if anyone was on the leaderboard, you grab some of that cool stuff. If you want to spend, now would be the time. If you don't want to spend, save them until next time. But we are going to be spending, so don't worry. Don't you worry about a thing. But in terms of the events, so billionaire event, it's good, but it is also expensive. Make sure you've got that 9k gold just so that you can actually get the selection chest. If you don't have 9k gold, or if you only have 9k gold and you go between billionaire or transformation, I would always recommend getting billionaire. The motto or the rule of thumb is basically to save up and get on the leaderboard. If you can pull 600, so 60 of the mythic dice, you will get a chance on the leaderboard. And of course, that pretty much means that you secure the bag in terms of one copy of the newest release in the event. Old mate Greedy Guts Tatui, or Tatai, I can't pronounce his name. I'm going to call him Greedy Guts because that's what he is. Knight Greedy Guts. He is I want to say he's an offshoot of Heaven's Dragon. He's like the opposite of Heaven's Dragon. He basically just does nasty things to the enemy team and has a chance to kill them. Is he versatile? Sure. Is he gonna, you know, clutch the game for you? No. He's not going to clutch the game for you, but he's going to do a fair bit of damage in round one. He's also got some abilities to steal attack, and he can instant kill. He does do all damage bonus and reduction. The higher that you go up, the more he gets of those statistics. He's good. He's good. And of course, he can do Devour 2 times. So he's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I see little bubbles, popping out on the screen now. Before I didn't, so I know they're greedy guys. I think he does attack stealing, if I'm not mistaken. He steals 10% of defense from the enemy with the highest attack. So that's pretty good. So he does do something. I would say if you are going to be building anything, grab this guy bare minimum at 0 stars. If you are thinking about it in terms of logistics, i.e. who is the strongest one, I would probably say Fire Deity is the better pick out of both of them. They are, in every regard, very good in terms of DPS, but Fire Deity offers the shields and the reflect damage, which is the entire fight for the front row of basically up to 3 allies in the front row. Granted, you do need to get them to 7 star, I think, for the third one, but in saying that, very versatile. He does do quite nice bursty damage. He does do rage reduction. He does do burn as well. But there is Pixiu. Pixiu is quite nasty. Does have the reflection ability. Does have the healing ability. A lot of players will basically replace their Heaven's Dragons for Pixiu. Potentially, if they want to run Inferno Quangji instead of Heaven's Dragon and so on and so forth, because I think there's a little bit of an issue here. As you already know, there is of course the White Mist, the Goat Man of himself, the old Whitey Goaty. He's out too, which pretty much means that Heaven's Dragon gets the kick when he becomes available for purchase, which is interesting. So if you kind of want to run it like this, I run Heaven's Dragon because there's still that gust ability, which is quite nice in a lot of circumstances, particularly in PvE. For those trial matches that are freaking annoying that, require you not to get killed, the gust is quite nice. The healing's nice. The rage is nice. They do fall off. Don't get me wrong. After a while, no amount of healing is going to save your ass. But like I said, it's up to you. If you want to go with Fire Kitty, maybe if you're a Woo Nation, you can keep Fire Kitty instead of Heaven's Dragon. It is a little bit of a dealer's choice. But if you do get stuck, don't be afraid to ask me in the comment section down below. We can always jump in and have a look at your account too. I will be organizing some account reviews later on this week. But in saying that, is this a good event? This is a fantastic event. Make sure you grab your 6 a day. You won't be able to get 60 tokens, so if you haven't saved any, you will need to spend a little bit of money or vouchers, depending on how you want to do it, in order to get to that 60 points. Would I pull under 60 points? If you were very close to already building this guy, so if for argument's sake, last week I had 85 out of 100 shards, I mean, if you needed the 15 shards, let's be honest, you're going to pull it. And the reason being is because there is a guaranteed every 10 you will get 2. So where is my mythic? So every 10 drum you will get exactly 2 billionaire tokens. I'm pretty sure it says that somewhere. Where does that say it? Where is it? 2 billion tokens every guarantee. Yes, there we go. I wasn't making it up. It's just confusing because there's already 2 in front of it. Bad grammatical. Naughty. Don't do that. Anyway, the drop rates are right there. Silver, mice, gold jackpots. Of course, the billionaire tokens themselves is 50% chance. So you're pretty good. You probably wouldn't need to spend all 30 of them to hopefully get the 15 shards. But if you did need to do it, I would probably just call it a trade-off and just be like, well, you know what, PB, I got old mate greedy guts. Yeah, I could have saved it for the next event. but it really doesn't matter. He's absolutely worthwhile fundamentally to get. Now, moving on, is there anything interesting to note here? Not really. The problem with this is we've already progressed to the Generation 5 and 6, the Arcane and the G5 Mythics. So, and to be completely honest with you, the G5 legendaries, which some of them might even offer some slightly better statistics depending on how bad your RNG is. So I would not invest in getting in any of these things. Just forget about them. If you, for whatever reason, decide to pull the legendaries to grab some of your legendary, I wouldn't recommend it, by the way. But if you did do that, you will get yourself some bronze mices. And of course, with those bronze mices, you can pretty much exchange them out. If you're a brand new player, I still wouldn't recommend doing legendary. I still wouldn't recommend doing legendary. I know it's very, very incentive. Like, oh, if I get on the leaderboard, I get the 300. So many events in this game are going to give you 300 or up to 300 selection chests rewards, like literally so many. So you'll basically just be throwing away gold and resources. Should we do some pulls though? Is it worth it? How many we got? We got 39. I don't really want to do pulls. Do I want to do pulls? I mean, is that really a question though, PB? Like deep down in your soul, is it really a question? Is it really? We know the answer to that one. We're going to spend a little bit of money anyway. We'll get on the leaderboard. I don't think I'm going to actually push very hard because I don't need to, but it would be nice. Wait a second. Where did he go? Where did he go? Oh, there he is. So you need to pull him out. Let's go ahead and go with this. So we got the 42. So if I do my math correctly, and how many days we have? One more day, so we can get 3 there plus 6. So that's 51. Then we just need to buy a $7 package, I think. Let me have a look. A $7 package would be interesting. Where is it? I don't have anyone that I need to do. That's awkward. All right, let's just do this one. Let's just trigger the arms race event and see whether or not that is. What are you going to give me? What are you going to give me? $7.99. Okay. $7.99 isn't too bad. You actually do get 10 shards, and you do get Old Mate in there as well, which is very interesting. Okay, all right. Well, that's not too bad. So $7.99, you basically need to spend that much money. And then you have the guaranteed 60 on the leaderboard. You might not win PB, but you've got the 60 on the leaderboard. Interesting, though, that they're giving out the Mythic Talisman selection chests. Very interesting. I won't go through too many of those ones, but if you do have any questions, I could probably try and answer those in the comment sections. Another thing to note is this is still available, so if you did want to grab some of those things, then I would recommend going ahead and doing so. In fact, I think we will be going ahead and grabbing this one with a 8.99 voucher. We're going to go ahead and grab you. We're going to leave it there though, because we don't necessarily need to do anything else for that one. But in here, there should be this recharge. Yeah, fucking all right. Okay, my math is getting a little bit better. My math is getting a little bit better now. I don't think I need to spend that $7.99. All right, PB, let's go. Calm yourself, fool. Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's have a look see. So now we got 47. 37 is looking a little bit better. Get your 3 day, get your 6, then we only need 4, so I think we can make it work. Alright, enough talking. Let's do some 10 bombs. Let's see if we can get ourselves a mythic Micey. Do some solo pulls. Everyone likes to see some solo pulls. It's always quite entertaining. Ooh, 2, 1, and then boom. Can we get a full copy? We didn't. But you know what? To be completely honest with you, there seems to be a pretty high amount of drop chance. How many did we get? We got 35 from particularly, we'll round it up. We'll call it almost 50 dice. 35 and 50 dice. It's about a third of the way. So then, if you were going to be generous and say, well, PB, for 60 dice, you could probably get around 40 of those tokens. So if we got 40 of those tokens, what's the leaderboard reward for 6th place? 60. That's perfect. That's literally a full copy of Old Mate. I think we're good. I think we're going to be okay. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to okay. I don't think I'm not honestly don't think we're gonna get fifth place because I'm not gonna spend any more after I get that one. But moving on, is there anything else that I need to do? Encounters? Okay, we'll just pick this one. Let's go with the random. We got the 300 transformation event. Everybody's chomping at the bit for the transformation event. If you wanted to spend 15k gold, if you wanted to spend 15k gold, you could get 50 pulls. Is it worth it? I would debate about that. We'll get back to that in a second. If you were close to finishing off and getting your 5 charms, I would say so. You do need 160 of these paper charms in order to create one of these full charms, and the full charms are kind of important. Unfortunately, they'll never disclose the drop rates. Never ever. But every 20 draws, you will get a guaranteed 12 paper charm shards. Kind of consolation prize. I think most of the gotcha events have them. Just be mindful though that you will need to spend the gold. Basically, you're gonna need to spend around 50 to 70, maybe even 100. Pulls basically get like a full guaranteed paper charm. So you do kind of want to decide. You want to decide before you spend that 15k gold. It can be a doozy. I've had many a time where it's been a doozy. But if we go into the shop and we have a look real quickly, the Generation 5, that is correct. The Generation 5 Mythic Heroes are in fact available. You do have Xiao Dun for the Wei Nation. Of course, everyone's favorite Menace Xiao Un for the Shu Nation. Wu Lu Meng. My choice would Lu Meng. I'll get to that in a second. And of course, Gong Sang. Gong Sang really isn't that much of a utility. Honestly, I don't even think Xiao Yun is much of a utility. And the reason why I say that is because most main characters, as you've already figured out in this game, they have supernaturally high level statistics, but they do fuck all. There you go. PBS said it. They literally don't do anything. Honestly, most whales that got the mythic skins, they run the mythic skins. They don't even run the mythic transformations because, to be honest, the transformations don't do very much. But if you are going to talk about passive abilities, if you are itching and chomping at the bit, this guy does have a very interesting one called White Robe Dodge. White Robe Lu Meng has a 50% chance to be immune from damage and its effects. Other ally heroes have a 25% chance to be immune from damage and its effects. Effect does not stack. The highest value applies. So if you are running no one else on the team, if you're not running another Lu Meng, you could always run this guy. But I mean, a lot of Shu players probably won't be doing that. To be completely honest with you, I would probably say that Sharpie is still reigning at the moment. When the Generation 6 transformations do appear, however, a lot of players transition to Hao Tao for his abilities because he is quite nasty, or Big Mama Q for her abilities with the seduction. So I would probably say that this is an interim gap. A lot of players are going to ask, which one should I buy? These are all DPS heroes, and the main character is not a DPS. So to me, it just doesn't make any sense to spend. It would be very nice to have this guy. I'm sure that he will do some damage for your team. Out of all of them, I'd say he probably is going to do the most damage. Because he still has all of his abilities to proc his continual relentless rampage thingy. But let's be honest, I don't think I would be investing. Sharpie was the best one, in my opinion, from Generation 4. Gen 6, things change. Of course, be aware of that. Of course, there's also probably, I don't even think there's any upgrades here. I can't even remember. I don't even think so. I think it's been that long that we haven't even seen any upgrades. Is it worth getting all of these? Yeah, it is, but not at the cost of paper charms. I would save them. Here, again, bit of a rip-off. If you are very, very, very close to getting one more up on your index and you want to use 60, I'm not going to fault you on it, but the reality is there's better things to invest in. All right, let's shut up. Let's jump into it. Let's see if we can get anything. Hey, we got the 12. I mean, we're very close. We're very close. We are very close. We might as well spend the 50. We got the gold. If we didn't have the gold, if we were close, then we have 20k gold, I probably would say no. Just because it is a gamble. I mean, you might get it, you might not get it. But you do get the guaranteed paper charm shards. So at least you can justify it. At least PB in his brain can justify it and say, well, I did get a full charm, and I'll be ready for the Generation 6 when they appear. We're rocking Hao Tao. And if you get lucky, you get lucky. If you don't get lucky like that, you don't get lucky. It is what it is. Old mate 1D got 2 pep charms. Congratulations. So if anyone's curious, you can basically turn these ones into that. I believe you get 1 shard. Okay, so you can reverse it, and then you can put it back together again. So there you go. Reverse, put it back together again. So we've got 3. We're halfway there. I think that's pretty good. All right, I think we're going to leave it there for the video. If you do have any comments or questions, hit me up in the section down below. Make sure you jump onto our Discord in the link in the description field. If you see me on Facebook, don't be afraid as well. I'm curious though. Let me know. How did you go? How did you go with the Billionaire event and the transformation? I will be doing a separate video where we spend some stuff on arms race, and of course, I'm going to be building some things as well on this account. So stay tuned for that one. That'll be coming out very, very shortly. But until next time.